YouTube, what is up? Oh, look at this, look at this. Yeah, I got a big expensive optic on a nice big expensive AR. Woo-wee. Yeah, baby, well, wait. Oh, that's Glock, that's a Glock. Yeah, look how much money I spent. Look at, oh, hang on. What? All safety check, by the way, range Nazis. Oh, look at this. Ooh, this son of a bitch has 2 arsenals. Woo, look at all the money I spent. Oh, wait, you want to see my favorite AK? You ready? You ready? After all those expensive ones, this is my favorite. What? Jockey Geek, you crazy. You don't know anything about guns, huh? A Wasser? What? Alright, guys. I'm going to go on my rant here because I keep getting these stupid comments. Wassers suck. Oh, Taurus is horrible. Or whatever. You know, whatever videos I post here drives me crazy. I hear this all the time. I even hear it on the range. Well, if you want a quality AK, you got to go buy an arsenal. It's over $1,000, but you're getting a quality AK. What? No, guys. Okay. Maybe in 1980s. I'll give it to you. You had to spend the money to get the nice guns because there was tons of crap being produced. But nowadays, guys, we're getting picky as gun owners, and the quality of firearms are so much better. A Wasser is your favorite AK? Yeah, you know why? Because I hit with it every time. That's why it's my favorite AK. And I'm not bragging. I'm not, oh, look at me, I shoot better than everybody. No, guys. I hit with it. I shoot it well. It is reliable. This rifle has thousands of rounds through it and it has never failed me. Never. So this drives me crazy when I hear this. I don't know why, but it does. It drives me insane because it's just so ignorant. It's like we spend thousands of dollars on our weapons, and so we want to say that is the best of the best because we're idiots and we spent thousands of dollars on it. I'm guilty of it too. When people want to dog my arsenal, I try and defend it. I really do. Even though it's heavier, it's still accurate. It's a damn good AK, but it's heavier. It's more fine-tuned, so I'm babying it all the time. I spent $1,000+ on it, so I'm babying it all the time. Guys, you do not have to spend a ton of money to get quality firearms. I remember when the High Standard 2000 came out, everybody ragged on me when I said, this gun's going to compete with the Glock. This gun's going to compete with the Glock. They're like, who even heard of a High Standard 2000? Well, guys, most of you probably know this by now, but the High Standard 2000 is now the Springfield XD, or the Springfield, or whatever, the XD, and whatever you want to call it. It's the Springfield, guys. It's the same exact model. Springfield bought the exact blueprints of that gun off a High Standard, and they started producing it, and they hiked it up a couple $100. It's the same pistol. Ah, it drives me crazy. That gun was so reliable. I parted with it like an idiot, thinking that High Standard is going to take off. They'll be out there. Well, I didn't know they were going to get bought out and be hundreds of dollars. But that's another example. So what I want to do today is I showed you a bunch of guns here real quick, and I'm just being kind of stupid because it drives me so insane when people want to dog a video or dog me or dog whoever, my friends or whoever, because we buy budget firearms. Hey, I have a slew of excellent firearms that I spent a ton of money on. Some are great firearms. Some are my favorites. Some I choose over another. But you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a quality firearm. Same with Kel-Tecs. I remember when they came out, I even thought, I was like, dude, these things look like junk. No one's going to want them. But damn, are they reliable or what? Cars always claim they're the premier elite firearms. And I remember when they came out, I was kind of like, oh man, $400 for a pistol? I don't know about that one. Well, now everybody loves them, and look what happened. The price is hiked. Dude, it blows my mind. I bought a P380 a while back for $600+ for a pocket pistol. It's just ridiculous. Why? I don't know. I bought into the whole hype of, wow, look at this excellent trigger pull. And it is. It's a great trigger pull. I'm not dogging the weapons. I'm not dogging any of these weapons. I don't own a weapon if I don't trust it with my life. So, that's what I'm kind of getting into here. So I just want to give it, some of you guys may be new to the whole gun world. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe no one wants this video. But it drives me crazy, so I'm on it. So I'm going to go over a couple firearms that I own that are budget firearms, and I'll compare them to the real thing, and we'll get on with it. So that's my 5-minute rant. Let's get on with this video. First of all, your AR-15s. I showed you this one. There is a lot of money tied into this, but This AR-15 it didn't start out as a high dollar AR-15. It's a Spikes Tactical that I built. It is totally Spikes Tactical because I jumped on that bandwagon. I think they're a great product. Now I've added a bunch of junk to it, like the EOTechs and all that, the fancy dancy sights and stuff. But guys, it's performed well. I love it. But you can build these, guys, and it's not rocket science. You can build them for next to nothing. Hell, now you can even buy them. I did a video on the Carbon 15 it cost me $600 at the time. I think it's gone up a little bit since then, but with the whole politics in the world. But guys, that just blows my mind. I mean, $600 for an AR, I mean, that's getting pretty good, guys. All right, on to, I don't know what you call them, go to war guns, side defense. I do carry Glocks. I'm a firm believer in Glocks. I don't really have, these aren't really comparable. This is a Taurus PT92. Guys, they're not comparable guns because I don't like double action triggers such as this one has. In case new guys who don't know, double action is when you first squeeze, you got that long trigger pull before it turns into a single action, and you can just click it. I don't know how to make that, explain it. Sounds good. You guys should know that by now anyway. But you're looking at, this is a Generation 3, not a Generation 4, but even in Generation 3, you're looking around $500, where I want to say I picked this up at Academy for $260, guys. A PT92. I have never had a problem with this gun. It's ultimately a Beretta clone. I mean, it really is a Beretta 92 FS clone, or the M92. Guys, this has been an excellent pistol. I've never had a problem, and I can't part with it because I didn't spend anything on it. I mean, why not throw a gun in your safe if it didn't cost you anything? And it's been every bit as reliable as my military sidearm was, my regular Beretta. But anyway, there's two comparisons, one end of the spectrum, the other end of the spectrum. Both 9mm, great guns, Glock 17, by the way. Love them both. This will definitely be my go-to-war gun here. All right. Pocket pistols, I'm going to just get into. And don't judge. Yeah, it's a pink! No, this is actually my fiance's pistol. I know, believe it or not, I don't care. I'm sure I'll get some hell over that one. But anyway, Car P380, this is the one I mentioned earlier. Cost me like $600 and some change, man. It is expensive with that spare mag and all that. That's a lot for a pocket pistol. I still question it, but man, I just love the trigger on this, and I shoot well with it. I've shot this one. I shoot well with both of them, but I already bought this one before this one, so I was like, well, hell. And I've had the Kel-Tec P380s too, and they're great guns. No problems with it. I just didn't like the trigger pull as much as I do on these. But this little Taurus here, this thing is, the trigger pull isn't quite as good, but for $400 cheaper. This is a $200 pistol, guys. Maybe a little more, but $250 maybe. But guys, this comes with 2 mags already. It's fully loaded, and it shoots excellent, excellent little pocket pistol. Taurus TCP. Highly recommend it for a pocket pistol. And like I said, I trust any of these guns with my life. They wouldn't be in my safe if they didn't. And they are out there. I have some. I'm not going to name any, but there are some companies out there that made some shabby weapons that didn't belong in my gun safe. So anyway, but yeah, the Taurus TCP, look into that because it has a great trigger on it. It's even better than the Kel-Tec. Not dogging Kel-Tecs, great arms. I can see the Kel-Tecs, you guys are all on your little bandwagons, just as I am, like with Glocks and all that. But anyway, yeah, excellent, excellent. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Guys, you can get that and the other Taurus for, hell, under $500. 2 pistols for under $500. What? So anyway, yeah. And now, of course, my favorite firearm, which is AK-47. I hear it already. AR-15, AK-47, guys, I love them both. I want you guys to have gun safes full of both. However, I just personally love the AK because it's simple. I don't have to baby it. It will always work. Now, granted, AR probably would be my go-to-war gun because it's a little more accurate for me. But yeah, on the high end, guys, the Sam 7, just went blank. Sam 7 Arsenal. Guys, I love it. Excellent, excellent rifle, but because it is a milled receiver, it is a little heavy. I love to shoot it, and I don't know. I mean, I love Arsenals. I have a couple of them I showed you earlier, but guys, it's a great rifle, but over $1,000 is. I think this one is $1,300 at an introductory price. Excuse me, can't talk. Introductory price. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's great. Has a little side folder, all that. I mean, I love this rifle, but guys, dang, that's expensive. I mean, you know, and if you got it, great. I obviously had it, so why not? But you can get 2 Wassers for this, and oh, here it goes. Wassers are junk. Wassers are junk. Guys, I'm gonna show you 2 right now that are not junk. I mean, you can claim they're junk or whatever. I always hear the sights are crooked. The sights are crooked. Guys, this is a Wasser with another. It has actually the Tapco side folder. It's not as nice. It's not as fancy, but I don't have to baby this rifle. It's a Wasser. What can I say? Cost me around $500, I think. So. For a Wasser, whatever. I mean, the bolt's smooth, the sights are straight. I always hear about crooked sights, and I'm thinking that's coming maybe like in the 90s. They did have problems with these, but I don't know. I bought a couple of these in the 2000s. I've never had a problem with crooked sights. I never had a problem with the magazine wobble, none of that. Now it is a stamped receiver, but it's a little lighter, so I don't know. But yeah, this one's with the little quad rail, kind of like the Sam 7, you know, and I love both of these rifles. I mean, they're great. It's just this one here is a lot cheaper. So guys, don't hesitate. Just go look at the Wasser. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. Save up and get you the Arsenal. And if you can save up, maybe you ought to get you the Arsenal. I don't know. I've never had a problem with my Wassers though. Both of these have thousands of rounds through them just without any issues. And of course, my baby. I love this rifle here. This is also a Wasser, and I left it pretty much bare natural. This is how it came out of the box. It has a little bayonet that comes with it, and the 30 round mags. And that's another thing. These actually come with 30 round mags, where most arsenals nowadays come with, I think it's 10 round mags. I don't know, maybe 5 round. I don't know. I don't use them, because if I can get 30 rounds, well, I go 10. If I can get 40 rounds, well, I have 30. Call me a panicky mode gap a guy, but I like ammo. Anyway, so look into these as well, guys. This is, like I said, Wassers. I mean, they've just, I have no problem. Now, I'll admit I don't like the grips on these, but even some arsenals come with the grips. But I always change the grips out. Well, yeah, here we go. This is that other AK I showed you. I left the grip on that one for some crazy reason. But anyways, guys, don't hesitate. I mean, just because it's cheap. Now, read your reviews. There are, like I said, there are cheap guns out there that have no business being in your gun safe. But sometimes, just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's an inferior firearm, is all I'm saying. I showed you a couple here. There's a lot more I could show you, but I'm kind of low on time. But like I said, guys, stop with the whole Wassers are junk. No, maybe for you they were. Maybe you have, and I've seen reviews on the PT92, for example. Oh, I had to send mine back to Taurus 1,600 million times, and the damn thing's still a mess. And you might have. I'm not judging you. It's your experience, your opinions. Me, mine's run flawless, and it is accurate. It's a nail driver, guys. So, I mean, if that's the case, I'm sorry you had problems with it, but don't deter anybody else. Just mention, hey, I had problems. That's my 2 cents. Doesn't mean they will. Now, like I said, I had a car CW9, I think, is a 9mm, and I spent $600 on it, and I had to send it back. So there you go. There's an example of an expensive firearm that gave you issues. Guys, it's kind of the luck of the draw with any firearm. You got to admit, there's moving parts in here. It's springs and rods and everything else, and milled and stamped and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes that stuff happens, even on the nice firearms. So guys, all I'm saying is, for the 100th time, don't judge a firearm by its price, please, and stop commenting on people's videos. You look like a jackass anyway. You know, it takes a lot of work to put these videos up. Why are you commenting on there saying Wasser's junk? And it wasn't even about a Wasser. I wasn't even comparing it to anything. I was just showing the stock that I redid on there that you saw. So it's ridiculous. My 2 cents. I hope this video helps somebody new decide on a firearm. If you got the money, blow it. If you don't hesitate to go cheap, guys. Just because it's, I don't want to say cheap. Cheap is junk, but less expensive, you know. Anyway, please rate, subscribe, comments. I know I'm going to get some garbage in there about Wassers and everything else, but you know what? I just delete a lot of those anywhere, or I ignore them. So, guys, I wish you luck on your firearms purchase. Rate, subscribe, and all that stuff. Jock to Geek out.